The most dangerous man in America is Mark Elias. I don't mean that to sound hyperbolic. I truly believe this. If there is one man who is single-handedly responsible for rigging the 2020 election, I'm talking about the electioneering that happened between March of 2020 and November of 2020. The one man most responsible is Mark Elias. Mark Elias is a Democrat attorney. He calls himself, this is so narcissistic, he calls himself a super attorney, a super lawyer. He's the one who built the strategy for how to subvert our elections. He's the one who identified the type of electioneering, the unmanned ballot boxes, round the clock, ballot harvesting, universal mail-in ballots, signature verification, nah, who needs that? Mark Elias is the one who created the blueprint for how the Democrats could change the rules around the administration of the elections so as to solicit and count more votes than would otherwise be valid votes had the rules remained intact. This was all Mark Elias. Mark Elias comes from Barack Obama's orbit. And Mark Elias on Twitter revealed exactly what the Democrats' strategy is, exactly why the FBI raided Trump at Mar-a-Lago. This is what he tweeted. The media is missing the really, really big reason, Elias writes, why the raid today is a potential blockbuster in American politics. Elias included a screenshot of 18 U.S. Code 2071 called Concealment, Removal, or Mutilation Generally, and this is what it says. Whoever willfully and unlawfully conceals, removes, mutilates, obliterates, or destroys, or attempts to do so, or with intent to do so, takes and carries away any record, proceeding, map, book, paper, document, or other thing filed or deposited with any clerk or officer of any court of the United States or in any public office or with any judicial or public officer of the United States shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 3 years or both. Just wait. Just wait. Next paragraph. Whoever having the custody of any such record, proceeding, map, book, document, paper, or other thing, willfully and unlawfully conceals, removes, mutilates, obliterates, falsifies, or destroys the same, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 3 years or both, and shall forfeit his office and be disqualified from holding any office under the United States. Well, look at that. Shall forfeit his office and be disqualified from holding any office under the United States. For what? If you improperly remove or conceal, have custody of, maybe mutilate, maybe falsify classified information. Keep in mind, a president is the ultimate arbiter of classification. A president can literally speak the word and say, this is declassified, and it is. Mark Elias, I don't know why he would reveal this unless he's giving a directive to Democrat operatives and the mainstream media around the country. Maybe he's tweeting this because he wants the mainstream media to start talking about this so that it can be normalized in the eyes of the American people, so that when the Democrats move to the next step of saying, actually, we did find, the FBI raid did find in those 15 boxes some classified information that Trump tried to conceal, and because he tried to conceal it, we're going to prosecute him under this statute. And oh, would you look at that? One of the penalties in this statute for committing this crime is not just a fine, it's not just imprisonment. He can't run for president again. What a coincidence. What a humongous coincidence. Mark Elias is giving a directive to the Democratic Party, to leftist activists, and to mainstream media hacks that this is the plan that the FBI is inflicting on President Trump.